So I am back here to review the next non-US company called BioPure. This is a suggestion from Adriana. This is a Romanian company. I actually put it up in my tab real quick as I was waiting for that last one to upload to YouTube because I wasn't sure if this would translate. And it asked if I wanted to translate from Romanian. I was worried. Sometimes I go live and it won't translate. And I'm like, well, guys, can't read it. Don't know what to tell you. So I just wanted to make sure. So here we go. Let's take a look at... Okay, the supposedly translated, but I'm trying... Oh, here we go. Okay, so these are essential oils. Okay, perfect. I can see now. There's other things here. All right. I didn't scroll down, as you can clearly tell. I don't know where I am. Okay, so we have basil, we have thyme. It doesn't look like these are in alphabetical order. We have bay, sweet fennel. Let's take a look at that one. See if they have any flags for safety on this. Okay, I was wondering. So it does say aroma zone here. When Adriana, sorry, mentioned it here, she did say aroma zone, but I was just going by the website URL. But I'm seeing here now it does say aroma zone here. I don't know. But let me see if they have any safety issues here. Any safety issues listed. So they do say that it's estrogen-like. But they're saying it in a positive way that it can help with female issues. However, that's not what I would say. So it looks like so far they are only listing what they feel are benefits to using fennel. And they have a lot listed here. Okay, so I am seeing precautions. Dosage, composition, organoleptic properties, aka the sniff test. So that isn't quite correct on the different distillations. Let me just point out that. So complete distillation is the complete distillation process, after which it does not follow the second or third distillation, thus assuring the essential oil the maximum concentration of active principles. Essential oils can be obtained from complete distillation, first, second, third, resulting in essential oils of different qualities, whose active principles decrease as the plant or its component is subjected to several distillations. Hey, Sylvia from Manitoba. This is not entirely accurate. Now, essential oils will only go through the one distillation because it's really expensive to redistill it. I mean, the plant matter is pretty much used up at that point. And although you could get a little bit more out of it, it's just not going to be that potent, and it costs a lot of money and energy to run it through multiple distillations. Now, in the case of ylang ylang, there is a full distillation, but parts of it are taken out. So like the first so many minutes, they're grabbing those components. That would be ylang ylang extra. And then the next amount of minutes, that's ylang ylang 1, and then ylang ylang 2, ylang ylang 3. And then they have the complete, which is when they do the complete distillation from beginning to end without pulling off all of those different parts. So that's why there's several different kinds of ylang ylang, as well as varying aromas. But other essential oils are typically just distilled one time. So that isn't quite correct. I know there are certain companies that will say this to make you kind of worried that you are purchasing a second or third distillation from other companies and it's not quite up to quality, but again, that's not the case. So let's go back specifically on this fennel. I am curious to find out, and we will find out as we click through if these precautions, I can't seem to select on this page, if these precautions are actually their generic precautions that they have on every essential oil, or if they feel that these are specific to fennel. So they're suggesting to perform the test. They probably mentioned exactly what they mean by that somewhere else that I was scrolling by. Keep out of reach of children, which is generally generic, and I definitely agree with. Do not apply it purely to the skin, so they're indicating that you need to dilute it first, which I agree with. Do not use during pregnancy, which is true for fennel. A lot of places have this listed on every essential oil to cover their butt, but this is actually true specifically for fennel. It is not pregnancy safe. Hey, Colleen from Aussie, from Australia. Do not use in case of epilepsy. Do not use in case of estrogen-dependent cancer pathogens. Again, true. Prohibited for oral use during pregnancy and for children. Prohibited for oral use at all. This one is potentially carcinogenic also, which I do not see here. So this is one fennel essential oil that I do not recommend anyone use. Too many risks, and there's nothing fennel can do that another essential oil cannot do. Alrighty. So I'm not seeing I'm seeing there's a lot of positive reasons why you want to use fennel here, which I don't necessarily agree with, and a little bit lacking on the safety information. But let me go ahead and check out some of the other ones to see what else they have. Is this going to... Okay, some of it did translate, so that's good. So we are looking at BioPure, which is a Romanian, it's .ro. This is a Romanian website, Romanian essential oils, and they're selling the Aroma Zone essential oil. So I have never been to this site before. I don't know if Aroma Zone can only be found on this website. Don't know. And that was for fennel essential oil. So this is carrot essential oil, carrot seed essential oil, it should be. This particular one is not safe during pregnancy. So it does look like, again, they're listing so many different positives. I'm not even going to go through all of them because a lot of them aren't going to be true. There's just a lot of things here. Okay, so the precautions. So it does appear as if all of those precautions for fennel, they didn't tend to be specific to fennel, because here they only have a few precautions. It is true that you do not want to use this in pregnancy, so that is good to see. But again, as we click through more essential oils, we will find out if this is something that they have on all of them or not. Let me just take a look at their uses real quick to see some of these. A drop of carrot essential oil and a daily dose of cream. So this could be correct. That is a low dilution, so I'm happy to see that. They're recommending basically using it cosmetically, which it is. It's excellent for the skin. That is true. It does have a pretty strong aroma, but it is not safe for use during pregnancy, but it is great for the skin. So let's go back and take a look at some of the other ones. Okay, let's check out lime. Doesn't look like these are in a specific order. Wow, that's really expensive. I don't know what that means, but those numbers are bigger than the other numbers for some of the other ones, and that is really expensive. Lime should not be that expensive. All right, so this is phototoxic as long as it is cold pressed or expressed and not steam distilled. So let's see if they mention that. They do. So it does look like these precautions have changed. However, interestingly, they recommend not using for children under the age of 10, which there's no reason why. This is safe for all ages. They also include do not use during pregnancy and lactation, which is not correct. This is safe for pregnancy. Again, this is lime. Interesting that they have do not use if you're asthmatic or epileptic, which is again not true. Not to be used for people with edema of cardiovascular renal etiology, not true. It is photosensitizing, however, and that's what I was looking for. I have yet to come across a website that has a whole bunch of precautions that aren't actually accurate. Usually I'm the one that has more precautions for an essential oil than the website, so that is very interesting to see. But yes, it can be phototoxic. You do need to dilute it down to 0.7% to make sure that it is safe to use in the sun. Okay, that is very interesting. So let's see what else I can find. So again, another website with the verbenone chemotype of rosemary, which is difficult to find in the US, not impossible. We have sage essential oil, which does have a lot of safety issues. This is one that I prefer everyone just avoid, just to be safe, because there's so many safety issues. Okay, so interestingly, I do agree about do not use if pregnant, and yeah, nobody should be using this anyways. And I like that they have do not use in case of, I think, mastitis, cancer, use with caution due to hormonal influence. So yeah, that is good to see. It is neurotoxic as well, but glad to see those warnings. It is true, do not use on young children, etc. I do not recommend anyone use it. There are so many essential oils that can be useful that you don't need to use all of them. You just don't. So oregano is blood thinning. So let me scroll down to precautions. Okay, so they say do not use for children under the age of 3, but I would say 10. Let me just look and see one thing really quick. I believe it is safe during pregnancy. No, it's not. Okay, so do not use if pregnant, do not use if breastfeeding. It is anticoagulant. Do not use if taking diabetes medication, specifically if you ingest it, which I don't recommend. And it does have a very, very, very low topical max. So yeah, I would like to see a little bit more precautions here, before using. Yeah, it looks like they're really heavy on making it clear that you can use this for so many different things, and I do not agree. I think this is really overhyping the essential oils potential, and underhyping, if that's a word, its safety. So let's see. Yeah, hyssop, that's another one I would stay away from. It looks like they have several here that I would definitely stay away from. So is that all they have for single essential oils? It looks like it. But I thought over here I saw a tea tree in different ones. So let me click on peppermint. This is one that's for ages 6 and above because of the menthol, which they have correct. So do not use for children under 6 years old. Excellent. So they're saying a maximum of 30%. It really should be a maximum of 5%, 5.4 specifically. It is not neurotoxic. It's not abortive. It is safe during pregnancy and lactation. The only issue with lactation is it may temporarily reduce your milk supply, and that's just for some women. So I would say I don't agree with all of their precautions here. And again, I'm just curious to click on the tea tree. I thought I saw tea tree over here. Yes, I do. I'm not sure why there's some on the side that aren't in the main area. Oh, so that was revitalizing essential oils. So there's different... Oh, okay. So when I clicked on the link given to me, it brought me right into revitalizing. So I will have to... No, this is revitalizing. Okay, I'm going to have to click on that main menu to figure out where I am. Okay, I am just curious to know what their precautions would be for tea tree, if I would agree. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. Okay, so tea tree essential oil is mild and generally well tolerated, which is correct. They do recommend diluting for sensitive people. Perform the test. Again, I don't know what that means. Probably a skin test. Use with caution in the second and third trimester. Now, that's a new one. Usually, they have caution during the first trimester. Now, that's something your doctor, your midwife, whoever is going to tell you. Be careful during your first trimester, whether it's essential oils or vitamins or cleaning supplies that you are breathing while you're spraying it or whatever. Usually, it's the first trimester that everyone's worried about. So, it's interesting that for tea tree, of all essential oils, that they're saying to use caution in the second and third trimesters of pregnancy. That's very interesting. Keep out of reach of children, which I did see are on all of them. Ingesting is not a good idea really for any essential oil anyways. Used by people allergic to that species, Melaleuca, eucalyptus, myrtle. Well, tea tree is Melaleuca, so that's a botanical name beginning. Does it have it up here? Melaleuca alternifolia? I'm not seeing it. So it's interesting that they would have that there. Okay. Alrighty, so let me go back to the bioessential oils. Okay, here we go. So they actually have these split up into different essential oil groupings. Okay. Let's click on their special essential oils and see what we will find here. Oh, you know what? I think nope, that's not where I was. Okay. Cypriol, turmeric, Davana, LMI. Fragrance essential oil. Oh, so that's just a bad translation. This is actually Fragonia. I absolutely love Fragonia. Love, 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 love Fragonia. So this is one that actually in recent years, I don't know why, but I don't talk about this very much. But listen, guys, Fragonia has a very similar aroma to eucalyptus. It's a little bit sweeter, but it doesn't have enough 1,8-cineol to be flagged for not using with children. So this has 1,8-cineol, it just doesn't have enough to be an issue with children. So this is really your perfect substitute. Probably why I don't mention this too much is because this is extremely difficult to find. You can find it on, I believe, aromatics.com, and I'm not sure directly from, whoever produces it in Australia as well. It's really, really hard to find, but it is delicious smelling. Absolutely love it. And it's great for congestion. It's kind of like a little bit of like a sweet eucalyptus. It's really, really nice. I love it so much. All right, let's see. It is safe for pregnancy. It is safe for children. It's safe for lactation. It is safe for all of that. And it doesn't have a topical max. Yeah, it is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's not the cheapest essential oil. There are definitely essential oils that are more expensive too, but if you have a chance to snag it, I highly suggest checking it out. It is really, really, really good. All right, so let's click on some of their other categories. I don't want to spend all day here. I know you guys are interested in some of the other ones too. Wooden essential oils. I love that translation. Here's some wooden essential oils. Let's see. Honeysuckle. That's one you don't see very much. Siberian fir, which I love for congestion. Pistachio? Do they really make essential oils out of pistachio? Don't know about that. Okay, there's two more that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to look to see if they have any blends. So here's birch. This is one that is blood thinning, so you want to be super careful when you are using it. They are recommending not for under 7, I would say 10. They are correct, do not use in case of allergy to aspirin. I would also say if you are taking aspirin or other blood thinners, if you are prone to nosebleeds, if you're about to have surgery, I would avoid it. Unless you have like a blood clot and you really need to thin your blood, you should stay away from birch and wintergreen. And let me click on myrrh because I am curious to know if they say do not use during pregnancy. They probably do because they pretty much say that on everything. But in this case, it's actually true. Do not use during pregnancy, not a pregnancy safe essential oil. Interesting, they mention do not use under age 6. That's not true. Do not use in case of hypothyroidism. Don't know why that would be. There's no reason why that should be. So I don't agree with that. So it looks like their safety's kind of all over the place. Let me just see if they happen to have any blends. Sometimes companies make their own blends, and I'm just curious to know how they were formulating them and what the safety would be. Okay, I do not notice that they have any blends. I could be wrong. But I think that's going to bring us to the end of this review. If you have questions about anything that I've said, if you have questions about information on essential oils that I didn't click on, let me know. If you are interested in grabbing a copy of Essential Oil Safety Files, you can find that on ueoslibrary.com. And then you can look up for yourself the topical maxes, the safety of over 240 different essential oils so that you can do your own website reviews as well. And you don't need me for that. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this to YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and then I'll be back to review the next brand. See you soon.